So I found myself in a race against time as a young woman at 20 years old when the doctor told me that the only solution for my son's eye condition was to have both of his eyes removed. I found myself in a race against time, desiring to expose him to as much as I possibly could before that time came. I found myself in a race against time. When you're in a race against time, you're in action taking mode. You're accomplishing, you're moving and shaking and making things happen. There are no limitations when you're in a race against time. My father used to tell all kinds of stories when I was a little girl. He always had a story for everything. And at 70 years old, I said, Dad, you really need to put these stories in a book. And I was able to capture that for him. But I found myself in a race against time because he was 70. And I wanted to make sure that he had that book in his hand while he was still here. A race against time means there are no limitations. It's like the slate is clean. You have no excuses. There's nothing there to hold you back. Your mind is free because now all of your focus is going into what you're creating. If you've been following the Attractive Thinker generation for quite some time, you know we always say we're here to create, live, and leave a legacy that speaks when we no longer can. And I found myself in a race against time. When you're in a race against time, you don't have to. Do you know the thoughts that you're dealing with that always stop you and block you and trip you up and, cause you to feel unworthy or undeserving of your dreams, ideas, and desires? Do you know they don't even exist when you're in a race against time and you have clarity on what it is that you're creating and you're motivated? You have a big why. My big why was I wanted my father to have that book while he was still living. My big why was I wanted to expose my son to everything that he could possibly see, just in case he had to lose his eyesight. I found myself in a race against time with my own dreams, ideas, and desires. As a new and aspiring entrepreneur and a first generation entrepreneur, you're in a race against time because when you look to the right and the left, there's no one around that's as driven as you are and that's going to give birth to the dreams that are inside of you but you. There's no one there around you that has the desire to carve a new generational path like you do. That means it's you. You're the only one that can do it. So the clarity comes in at when you really sit down and visit that big why and you realize that, hey, these are my desires and my dreams and my ideas. And if I don't create this, there's no one around that's going to do this. No one's going to carve this new generational path. Nobody's going to blaze this trail like me, for me. You have to get crystal clear about the dreams, ideas, and desires that are in your heart. They're not in my heart. They're in your heart. And they're in your heart for you to give birth to them, to manifest them in the world, to experience them, to enjoy them. You know what I've discovered as an attractive thinker? I want you to understand this. The solutions, a lot of the solutions that I was looking for were locked up inside of me. I discovered them as I gave birth to my dreams, ideas, and desires. If you are in need of support, if you have carried that dream for far too long, if there are books inside of you and ideas, there's art and music inside of you and ideas for solutions that belong in the world, solutions to the problems that we face today, and you're not sure how to get them out, you're not sure where to start. Sometimes you doubt yourself and sometimes you feel fully confident. I want you to book a clarity session. Click on the link in my profile on this page. I want you to book a clarity session so that I can shine the light on your ideas, your dreams, and your desires so that you feel free and confident and bold enough to give birth to them so that your focus is clear. We have to steer our focus as attractive thinkers in order to manifest the dreams, ideas, and desires that are in our heart. You always hear me say, and I will forever say it, my life's work, that is always to make your life better. Remember, it is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively, and I'll see you soon.